Hello and welcome to Wisdom and Productivity, the podcast of Dr. Efraim Martinez. Today is a beautiful Sunday, and I am doing my walk to reflect on the topic of today. The topic of today is, let me see if I can, I'm still getting used to this walking thing. Um, is Sometimes it feels kind of weird that I'm walking with a microphone and a camera in my face. And I'm trying to get it to the center, and I'm trying to get there. But let's go in the topic of today before the battery dies. The topic of today is the in between, the things that usually we all have our goals and we all know where we want to get, and we do all these things and all these habits to ensure that we get to our destination, that we get the position that we aspire to have, that we get the degree or the experience that we need to accomplish one or two things. And why I'm saying this is that we dedicate so much time to focus on getting to our destination that we tend to forget the in between, what is really in front of us, our children, our loved ones. Um, we have to also remember that we have to give it the necessary importance to what is happening in front of you. And let me reflect on something. One of my friends is pursuing her doctorate and working on the dissertation just today. Uh, she tweeted basically, I'm sacrificing not doing certain, not watching certain sports event in order to sacrifice time and do this. And that is necessary, right? For us to accomplish our goals, we have to do a lot of sacrifices. And my reflection of her comment was that for me, it felt like eternity to want and aspire to earn that doctoral degree. Then it really took me time to complete it, because once I got in the program, I I kind of rushed. I did it so fast that it felt like it was in a minute, and you were done with it. Um, and a lot of things happened in between this time. I was getting better from a very bad time of depression and anxiety. My children were growing and doing a lot of activities. And although I was there, it was like I was not present because my mindset was somewhere else. Was My mindset was in thinking one day I'm gonna feel better, but not really in that I'm gonna feel better today and listen to what my children were saying or my spouse or anything that was happening to me. It was always focused in that day, that magical day when I was going to just feel better. And that that is something that when I look back, I think, hmm, I should have really paused for a second and smell the coffee and really provide uh, a true sense of gratefulness um, for the very moment and enjoy it. Um, Another example of times when I have just rushed and not really taken time to appreciate the moment is numerous activities that I have participated with my children, that I would just go to their event, to to their celebration, and I was there in person, but my mind was flying in other worlds, right? And I don't know if that is a good or is a bad thing, but it is something that I have to really accept that I could have done better, and that is fine, right? We can only get 1% better every day. Let me see what other examples I can reflect on when I have not really enjoyed the ride. Um, this is what happens when you create a podcast of the day when you had not properly planned what you want to say. But that is okay because that is also part of this of this effort to demonstrate that there's a lot of things to reflect in the world, and for me, it's important to have the opportunity to really uh, open up and self-reflect, so I can improve and do things better. So, what else can I say? What else can I share? Um, this week, I really don't know what else to say. I think perhaps I said enough. I think yes. I think this is it. Look at the beautiful skyline. This is all for today. This is the podcast of Dr. Efraim Martinez, Wisdom and Productivity, Peace and Calm.
Thank you for listening to Wisdom and Productivity, the podcast of Dr. Efraim Martinez.
Chulu.
And I love that production. Chill out.
Bye.